It is the Riot Podcast Monday. Hi.
Hopefully you had a great weekend.
Nikki and I had a great week. Just so much fun.
I mean, it was almost too long.
Yeah. I mean, I just found myself last night itching to get back, you know?
It's okay.
Yeah. But we went ahead and slept and then came in.
And we were ready to do another Riot show.
Yeah. So today in the podcast, flat tires, Hudson and his Coca-Cola Coffee.
Now, if you want to watch Hudson and the Coca-Cola Coffee, you can check out Radio U Riot on Facebook or Radio U Riot on YouTube. You might be listening to this podcast any of those ways, since we always post on all those locations. But I suggest watching this as well.
Yes, because you get a chance to see Hudson's lovely face, and who wouldn't want that? Also, there's a new... Oh, Nikki, you seem like a doubter on that.
No, I got a random group text message for like 8 people saying, "Can you send me your address?" Like, sure.
I'll send it to... Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Here's the podcast bonus for you. All right. When I was in Orlando, we should have talked about this on the show. I sent a text message to a bunch of my family members because I kept getting people messaging me like, hey, are you going to get home? Are you going to get on the flight? Are you going to get whatever?
Easy to send it all out to everybody at once.
So I sent out a group text and I said, the first sentence is, "This is a group text. Please do not respond to it." And I explained what was going on with my situation, whatever. 30 seconds later, my family members all just start responding. And I'm just
I think it was a couple of them who aren't like aware of group texting, maybe. And maybe they didn't even look through your whole message. But the second you sent that and the second I saw do not respond since it's a group text message, I was like, countdown, 5, 4, 3. And then here they come. Bing, it's like, you're not paying attention, people.
It's like, I said it right there at the beginning.
Even when you were on the plane, they were still sending messages about you getting on the plane.
Yep.
I was like, yes, everybody, yes.
Yep. So I included Nikki in that group, and I thought I probably shouldn't because I know what's going to happen. I was like,
finally, I just muted everybody, which was good, but it was just funny. I thought, they're going to keep going. I know they are.
There it goes. And it definitely happened. So, hey, you guys enjoy the podcast. Nikki and I are going to go
do some stuff.
Yeah, animal rescue, just, Monday stuff.
Bye.
It's the Riot.
Sometimes a bad example is the best example. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
So Fox has just announced that they are prepping another show they're going to cancel.
They're ready to go.
Yep. So that's how things go.
Now that's a defeatist attitude. Come on. Maybe this show is half full.
Is it?
Doesn't have to be empty.
All right, here we go. They say that they are going to be making True Lies, the TV show.
True Lies. Now, True Lies is... Let me think.
All right.
Is that...
reach way far back.
Okay, is that...
So far back.
Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes, it is.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in some sort of plane, right?
There is a plane sequence in it.
Sequence in it. Okay, that's all I remember.
It definitely is. It is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, who just announced that she'll be returning for another Halloween film next year, and Eliza Dushku, Tia Carrere, Art Malik, Grant Heslov,
the hits from back then.
Tom Arnold, Bill Paxton.
So what are they going to do?
Everybody I just announced are people that you will see and go, oh, that guy or girl.
It's just been a while.
Right. 1994 was when it was spinning the hits, 23 years ago.
So at that point, Fox probably had the rights to it. It was like, let's bring it back for a TV show. What do you think?
That's exactly it right there. So the idea is, in the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a spy that works for some government agency, and he keeps that all a secret from his family. And by the end of the movie, his family knows. Spoiler alert. But this would be basically that idea, a super spy that keeps it secret from his family. Wow.
That's new and original. It might work. It might
Uh-huh.
work. So that'll be on Fox that they're going to be working on. And is Fox the one who did the Lethal Weapon, or is that CBS?
No, that's correct. That's
is that Fox as well?
So they're like, we got all the 90s action hits.
For days.
We just
Literally, we're filling up our days for the upcoming TV season.
We'll bring them back. So they say that they're committed to doing a pilot.
Yeah.
And it will be a 1-hour drama series that will run. So, look at that. We said Lethal Weapon, but were they the ones that did Training Day, or did Training Day, was that on CBS?
Which one was Training Day?
That was the one with Denzel.
It's too hard to keep up. Oh, and the one guy. Was it Christian
Ethan
Bale?
Hawke.
Ethan Hawke? Okay, I thought Christian Bale.
He, made him light up, and they were, smoking in traffic.
Sure. Yes. Okay, great.
That's the only thing I remember from that movie.
Guys, can we come up with something else? I mean, maybe these will work.
Well, the thing is, though, okay, look, they would have done a movie. You name it True Lies, at least somebody somewhere's like, I think I saw that movie once.
It feels like a TBS or a TNT, something with a T.
Oh,
I'm sure they still air
over and over
it.
again?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
sure. Yeah, I don't have any doubt that that's true. But, I mean, and in fairness, True Lies is a great movie. The original True Lies.
That's what someone in the board meeting was saying. They're like, it'll be a great TV show. Let's bring it back.
If you can appreciate Schwarzenegger, you can appreciate that.
Sure, the Riot could start eating healthy, or they could continue living happy, enjoyable lives. The Riot on Radio U.
Birthday's on Thursday.
Thursday already?
Yeah, and I was thinking about getting myself an early birthday present.
What do you want?
Okay. I want you to think about this. Okay.
And maybe not say no right away.
Don't say no right away.
I feel like that.
All right. What about a pair of tires?
Now that's a gift. I never thought about that. Do you want a tire gift card?
Wouldn't that be great? What about a pair of tires? I probably should buy all 4, but I was thinking maybe I could get by with just 2.
No, I bet you when you get in there, when you roll in there, they're going to suggest you get the 4 tires.
I know they will, but here's the thing is, Nikki, I know a guy. Mm-hmm. He owns a tire shop, and he would sell me a tire if I wanted.
And not give you hassle about it?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's the reason why I go see him, because if I need tire repair or new tires or whatever, that dude will straight up just tell you
I'll just sell you a tire.
We get you a tire. You don't have to have 2 new tires.
They're like, well, you need to get 3, and so you might as well get 4. We'll throw it in for free.
With the way that the wear is on the tire.
Yeah, how's the wear and tear?
What do you mean?
How's the wear and tear on the other tires?
Well, in reality, I probably do need 4 new tires, but sure. I think I could dig 2-ish. Okay-ish.
You just have to look at the terms of your lease, because sometimes they require it to be at a certain level. Otherwise, they'll ding you in the end of your lease.
I'm sure I'm screwed.
Which is why they always say, then they're like, I'll just get 4 new tires.
Yeah. I'm sure that's the direction that I'm
probably
headed
how
in.
it is.
I'm really excited about it.
So you want some tires for your birthday? Did you have a problem with the tire?
Yeah, I came downstairs this morning and my driver's side tire was completely flat.
Ooh, completely?
Completely flat.
I'm surprised you could drive in then.
Well, Nikki, in those moments, you begin to think about options.
You just do what you got to do,
and I didn't have a lot. And so I have an air station, and so I pumped it up, and it seemed to be okay-ish. And so I drove back roads to get here, which is why it took me so long, because I thought, well, if I'm going to break down, I don't want to break down on the freeway. And as you can see,
you made it.
I'm either in a dreamlike state right now, and
sleeping in your car.
I'm sleeping in my car
because you have a flat tire and you're just waiting.
Or
you made it to work. No, you did.
I made it, and this is, of course, the Nikki in my head would say that I had made it because she would want to maintain the illusion.
Did you bring your air station in case the tire goes flat during the day?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you're prepared.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for a flat tire.
Ready to buy up to 4 tires.
I'm starting with 2.
Starting with that and see how it goes.
Then we'll go from there.
Leftovers from the most disgusting meal you've ever had. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Thanks to Shannon from Midland. She was correct in telling us that Stranger Things, last night at the Emmys.
To answer your question the morning of how many Emmys did they win?
They were nominated for 18 different awards.
This is crazy.
Stranger Things won 0.
How is that possible? Some other things that won did not need to win when Stranger Things could have won something.
Well, here's my thought. Stranger Things was not in any way, shape, or form political.
So it wasn't.
And if you look,
yeah, you'll see.
Everything that won at the Emmys last night had some kind of political leaning, because we all know that the most important thing for entertainment to do is to scream about last year's presidential election. That's the most important thing.
When you had other shows that, like Stranger Things, changed something when it came to even Netflix, I felt like it revitalized them a little bit more.
I agree with you.
It did a lot for television, which I thought that was the point of the Emmys, to recognize that.
That's not the point of the Emmys.
That is not the point, and now we know. So you're right, those 0 Emmys.
Every time there's an award show from now until the next presidential election,
sure,
the award shows are about making fun of the sitting president.
That would be it.
And
which
to
is
be
even
clear,
odd, out of 18 nominations, to not even get sound or something. I mean, the sound was amazing.
You know what? They were nominated. Episode 8 was nominated for best sound editing.
So it's just weird that they wouldn't even get one of the Fringe awards.
It lost out, and it's weird. In every category, it lost out to Alec Baldwin as Donald Trump.
That's it.
I mean, that performance won things it wasn't even nominated for, including best sound editing.
Best sound for episode 8 of Donald Trump.
So, yep, they won nothing. So that's too bad. I'll tell you what, I may not be up for the second season of The Handmaid's Tale, but I can, for all I know, that's really good. I haven't seen it. It just looked, I went from my first dystopia, which was the, what's the Amazon one? The Man in the High Castle?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's enough dystopias for now.
You didn't need any more?
I didn't need one more dystopia.
Even though I bet that's going to puff Hulu up too much. It's the first show to win best show to be on a streaming service, and that's going to give Hulu the wrong idea. And they need to recognize that. Someone has to say, all right, there's an asterisk, though.
Hulu, you need to understand that you still suck, okay?
Just to let you know.
Just because you managed to have a little show that won
and we don't know
award.
how it did that when there was other things that should have won.
But, you're still no good, okay, Hulu?
So as long as we all recognize that.
Nikki wants a conference call today with the people at Hulu. Hey, I just want to let you guys know.
This doesn't mean anybody still thinks you're better than all the other streaming services.
You're not getting a victory lap. I'm not signing up. Sure, you can give me 6 free weeks, whatever.
It's not going to work.
I'm not even coming back for the free weeks.
So, okay, as long as everybody knows that.
I didn't even think about that.
You didn't think about that?
Nick is at home oh, here we go. Hulu's going to be insufferable for a whole year.
Yes, they are. They're today they're celebrating they finally won something.
Wish the worst of the riot would never end?
Everything that has a beginning has an end.
What is wrong with you? Get our daily podcast through iTunes, Google Play, or the Radio U app.
Hudson is in. In Japan, they have been having this whole thing where you can get Coffee.
Coca-Cola Coffee. Mm-hmm. And it's basically in a Coca-Cola vending machine.
Uh-huh.
And it's canned coffee, but it's with Coca-Cola as well. So I was watching some reviews of it, and people actually really like it more than I thought they would.
Yeah, well, Hudson is here, and he's going to help us.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like Hudson is mimicked exactly the Coke freestyle or the Coke vending machine in Japan.
Now, Nikki,
we've got a lot of stuff going on.
I want you to be careful about how you talk about Hudson.
He's making it happen.
First off, he's here.
He's here. He's doing it.
He can hear you. And second, he's doing it.
He's making coffee, and then we're going to mix it with Coke.
Well, we're doing 2 things.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got brewed coffee in the break room right now.
Okay.
So we're going to have just a coffee Coke mixture.
Sure.
And then he's actually brewing Coke.
Through the coffee machine.
That's right. So,
with coffee?
Yes.
So instead of water?
Uh-huh.
Hudson! Oh my gosh, that might be genius. Will it destroy the machine? Or
did anybody see the 45-second shift that we had? It went from Hudson doesn't really seem to know what he's doing. What a loser. To Hudson, you're the best.
That seems very genius. I wonder what it'll taste like. I wonder what the difference will be.
That's how I felt. Hudson came in to see me on Friday or Thursday or something, and when he told me his idea for actually brewing the coffee,
that could be very, very interesting.
Yeah. So, Hudson? You feel good?
I'm excited to do this. I think it's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be good. I don't understand your excitement about the flavor of it. I think it's going to be horrible.
They say it's actually good if you liked canned coffee or just coffee, but it adds a sweetness to it.
Well, sweet coffee.
Let's keep in mind that you're talking about the Coca-Cola Plus that probably went through focus group after focus group
True.
formula adjusting after formula adjusting, and this is just hey, let's put Coke in a coffee machine.
So, Hudson, I feel like you're down on your own self. Said you're not. You haven't run this through focus groups.
No, this just
That's what we're doing
once
right now.
Josh and Obadiah thought it was a good idea. That was it.
That was the focus group right there.
Josh was focus group 1. I was 2.
You're A and B.
That's right. Focus groups A and B both agree this is a terrible idea. We should do it.
Well, most people, you can't get a hold of the Coca-Cola Coffee in Japan. So here you got to do what you got to do. You're just making it.
This is our big chance.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we might stumble onto something big. The next trend.
We absolutely might.
We could run all the sodas through the coffee
I think we
maker.
should. I think it would be irresponsible not
if we
to.
didn't do it.
Man, we should have gotten some Mountain Dew, too. So, like, Mountain Dew coffee. That sounds
so
pretty bad. Coke seems to work for me. That's like, yeah, okay, I can see that. But
be complimentary with it.
The mix, that doesn't sound good.
That does not sound good at all.
Let's just start then if you want to get started.
Sure.
The worst of the riot has no expiration date. It's born spoiled. It's the riot on Radio U.
So, coming up this Saturday is the end of the world.
As we know it, or
yeah. I feel fine.
Do you?
I do. It's according to a guy named David Mead. He says that it's this Saturday.
Oh, is that what's been going around?
Yeah.
Every so many places online have been like, oh, people are saying it's the end of the world, but I couldn't tell where it came from.
All right. So what I was just trying to think of is like, okay, end of the world on Saturday.
Yeah.
Which means 1, I still get to have my birthday. That's nice.
That's a bonus.
2, okay, I'm having trouble with my tires. So, do I take the time today and get new tires, like get a tire fixed, or
let that one
is
slide?
it like, hey, I just inflate it every day?
Well, it depends. Is this the end of the world? Like we're still here and it's just a free for all where we're just trying to make it, and you should have good quality tires on your car in case you need to escape.
Actually, that's a good call.
So you
right there.
probably would want to have your car in really good condition.
Mm-hmm. So, okay.
Or is this just like we're all wiped out anyways, and then you don't really need to worry?
Well, I mean, it depends. A lot of people have different ideas, but he says that the reason that it's to the 23rd is he said Jesus died when he was 33, and that's 33 days from the eclipse that was on the 21st.
I think that's a stretch, but oh well.
Nikki,
I'd still plan.
All I can say is I hope you're ready for the end of the world.
I'm still planning for Sunday stuff. I don't think Saturday will be it. That's fine though.
All right. Well, like,
if I really thought it was going to happen, I would not be here today.
Well, where would you be?
I wouldn't be here. I'd be like bucket listing stuff, like everything I wanted to do.
Why? You're going to die anyway. Who needs a bucket list?
Well, I want to experience a few things before it happens.
But Nikki, but it's all just going to disappear. So why even bother?
Well, this is depressing. Okay, this is very
Why bother
depressing.
anything?
Why bother? You could really dissect that and bring that down to even if the world wasn't ending on Saturday.
Well,
why bother?
Well, I mean, you know what? Then I guess the fall fundraiser's canceled. Even making a joke about that, I just heard our boss have a heart attack. He's like, don't say that! What if somebody doesn't hear that it's not real?
If not, our world will end for us on Saturday. So please don't make jokes like that, okay?
All right, so the fall fundraiser's a week from today if we make it. That's, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody that's how they need to start. We're going to spend this
Thinking
week.
about it?
No, I feel like that's how we need to officially image it. Like, fall fundraiser on Monday if we make it.
I don't feel like this end of the world message has struck and caught on, though, like where people are, like everybody's talking about it. So,
well,
I think
Nikki,
we're
sometimes
fine.
it takes a while to blast the message out there.
Sure. Well, unfortunately, we just helped that. We're sorry for that.
Well, Nikki, this really figures into whether or not, do I buy a tire, 4 tires,
today?
2?
Can you go all out on Thursday for your birthday and have all the soda? With a freestyle
hey, I'll tell you right now, if we're not making it past Saturday, I might as well just go ahead and load up, Does it really matter?
Doesn't matter then.
You just see me. Nikki's out climbing a mountain, and I'm just sitting by a freestyle machine drinking soda.
We all celebrate
in our own ways.
In our own ways.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Coffee and contemplation.
And the riot. Obviously. Radio U. Food Fight.
Joining us in the studio, Hudson, who has stumbled across a great idea. It all began with a Coke-flavored coffee, or is it coffee-flavored Coke?
It is
in
Coca-Cola
Japan?
Coffee. So it's coffee that's flavored with Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes in vending machines, and you can buy little cans of it. And we're not in Japan, so we don't get it.
Right. And so Hudson had this brilliant idea. Why don't we just go ahead and brew coffee with Coke?
Like through the machine. I thought at first we have two versions. There's one where it's just Coke and coffee mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
I thought initially that's all we were going to do. But then when you told me we're going to make a version where no water, it's brewed with Coca-Cola, that actually might be amazing.
Actually, I believe what you said was, Hudson!
You're right, I did. I was very impressed.
She was excited about it.
So we've got both versions to try for our Riot Food Fight for Coca-Cola Coffee Riot Edition.
All right. So, Hudson, describe to us your process exactly.
Okay. Well, we did 4 cups. So I put the Coke, measured it out, put it directly into the machine. It's not watered down in any way. And then we did about 5 scoops of coffee. So hopefully.
Now, is that a lot, or is this? It's a pretty good. It's
for
not
me,
too strong.
How many ounces are in a cup?
Well,
8?
now let's impress
8?
everybody.
I do when I make my coffee in the morning, I do 10 ounces of water and I put like 2.5 scoops in. So this seems like watered down to me.
I feel like, what are you compensating for, Hudson? I mean, why do you need your coffee to be that strong?
Oh, well, we'll see what
I'm
happens.
too
with
weak
this.
for something like that.
So let's give a try. The Coca-Cola brewed coffee.
Yes,
so instead
this is
of
the
water,
real.
It is a weird smell. Like it's Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
original with Coca-Cola from a 2-liter.
which is a coffee that you're familiar with the taste with.
Sure.
So
Yeah, sure.
Kind
we
of-
should see.
It smells in a way like those Coke gummy bears that you can get, or the Coke little bottles.
Okay. Right. The little
But
wax
like,
ones?
Yeah, but like mixed with coffee.
Well, let's just try it. What do
All
we
right,
think
here
is
we
going to
go.
happen with it?
Oh,
What a strange
That is-
thing that is.
that is really odd.
I don't even know what to say with it.
It's
It's not the worst. It's
No.
not bad.
Now, for people who reviewed the Coca-Cola coffee from the Japan, said you tasted Coca-Cola first and then a coffee aftertaste.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's quite the formula we're getting. We're just getting still a mesh of both.
I really honestly feel like it's like I'm only getting boiled Coke.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not getting coffee. So we didn't make it strong enough, I guess.
So I feel like we're having hot Coke.
I feel like there's a coffee aftertaste, though. Don't you taste the...
Not really.
I'm getting
Really?
something as an aftertaste, but
You know
I don't
what?
know what I want to
I
call
just feel
it.
straight up like the Coke lemony, like if you just drink warm Coke. That's
Yeah.
what it tastes like. I feel like, we
we'll-
kind of need to go back to this and try it again with like twice the coffee.
Twice, maybe.
So, Hudson, basically what Hudson's trying to say is my suggestion was for every cup was a scoop.
and
Yeah.
you might need more than that.
And so Hudson is saying, I usually make coffee, I do a heaping scoop per 8 ounces, basically. So what Hudson is trying to do is subtly call me on my weak
as
stance.
the ruiner of that.
It's all your
That's all right.
fault.
I mean, I
It's
hear,
all
I hear
your
what he's
fault.
saying.
So
I do.
the second version for our Riot Food Fight is basically just mixing your coffee, and then you're taking a splash or however much of Coca-Cola that you want, and you mix it together.
All right, so let's
we'll
go
try
ahead,
that.
Let's go ahead and take a break. And then come back and we'll do the other one.
Well, I just thought we could just try it now.
Why not try it
Let's
now?
Just
Okay,
have
I
it now.
haven't. Wait, all right. I haven't put Coke in mine yet.
Yeah.
And maybe I can
pour
brew
it
a
in.
small batch of the other one again, and we'll see.
Are we spending all morning on this? Because we don't know what the
Hey,
real Coca-Cola
just-
coffee
Well,
tastes like.
I'll brew another one, and if it tastes different,
Okay, we'll
then we
see.
can bring it back
All
up.
right. Well, okay. I just made my mix, so I basically did half and half, like
Yes,
half
that's
straight
about what we
coffee,
did.
half Coke. All right.
So this is the other way to.
it's foaming. Can you guess? I don't know how well you can see it, but
It
like it's all
fizzes?
foamed up.
All
Yeah.
right, let's try
okay.
this one. Let's see what this one tastes like.
All right.
Still like
Wow.
flat, and I mean, it's actually not that different of a taste.
To me, that was. I think maybe I put too much Coca-Cola in it. Maybe. I get a lemon note that
Yeah,
I
that's
never
what it
get
is.
with coffee or with Coca-Cola
Yeah.
on its
Well, I
own.
know that's the difference between Coke. The primary difference is that Coke uses lemon extract or whatever.
Ooh, you really
and
get
Pepsi
that.
uses lime, and yeah, that really comes through when it's.
What
warm
did you
like
think
this.
of that?
No, I think you're both right. The only
The
difference,
lemon is crazy.
it is weird how much it tastes like lemon. I feel like the only difference is that I still taste the coffee.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, the Coke does not overpower the coffee, because it totally does, but I still taste the coffee. Once the Coke evaporates, then I taste coffee.
I think I prefer the first method, but I think if you want to make this at home and you want to brew it through your coffee maker with the Coke and water, you should add more coffee to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Hudson, go ahead and make another round.
Okay.
Nikki, what do you have to do this morning? Something like
we'll just keep brewing until we eventually will post the
we'll
final,
find the
final
right
formula
ratio.
of
Yeah,
what we want. But again, we don't know what the ratio is to compare it to.
But it's tough because, again, it doesn't taste bad, but still, I wonder if you have to put so much coffee in to even get a coffee flavor against the Coke that it might not just be an efficient way of doing things.
Well, you've got your hours today, so
I think
fill that up.
I think I'm going to. I think I just want straight coffee, actually.
But I want to say, I'm not joking. I want to try this with other things.
Like, what do you mean? Like the Mountain Dew or whatever?
Mountain Dew, I don't know. Milk sounds weird. And I'm not necessarily saying that any of these would be good, but I want to try it with different ideas. And, odds are eventually we'd stumble onto something.
Something that would taste good.
Well, tell you what, Hudson.
What do you think would taste good? What if we just dumped this cinnamon bun creamer into the
coffee maker?
Yeah, and tried it that way.
I think that might be a little much, but I'll tell you what. If you want to do this again, I'm game for trying again. We do not need to stop.
We make it some sort of Monday edition?
Yeah, this is how we wake up on Mondays.
Hudson comes in with a different type of item to add to your coffee to see if it works.
I like where this is headed.
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U.
Have you ever used a power washer before? Because they're awesome. That's amazing.
That seems adulting, but it is important.
Look, I don't turn it into something dirty. I want to talk about.
No, it's to fix what's dirty.
No, man. This is amazing. My neighbor had a power washer. Oh, why are they so expensive? Because when I got done, I was like, well, I have to own one of these for myself.
But you realize that it's just best to borrow one.
Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, look at that one, though. Gas-powered. Yes!
But can you power wash a car, or would that hurt the paint?
Okay, I wondered about that, too, because the temptation was, as I was power washing, I was like, well, I have to power wash everything. So I'm going to line up everything I own and power wash it.
Power wash it all the way down the line. I think you could probably change the settings to a light sprinkle or just not a heavy spray, and maybe that'll be fine. All
right, this one does. Let's see, 1,500 PSI. That doesn't seem very high. What do we got here? 1,450 PSI. But that gas-powered one, that's only 1,700 PSI. That's not too bad. Can you adjust how many P's go in the SI?
Maybe.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe not. But I think this is the one we had in the back for a while. I don't know why we had one, but there was a power washer around here. And
it might still be back there.
I looked. It's not. That's how I ended up. Because I was like, I need a power washer.
I know where it went, though. If it's not there, it's over there. Over yonder. So it's still around.
I mean, I spent the entire 2 hours I was power washing pretending that I was a Ghostbuster, and I was busting. It was awesome.
I bet it was.
It was fantastic.
Yep.
It's like
if that's not a perfect commercial tie-in for whatever power washing company there are.
The only way it could have gotten any better is if I would have had one of those vacuums that fit on your back. You guys have seen those?
You can use what's the a shop vac. You can use one of those.
But they got a backpack for them.
you can get straps for a shop vac.
That's what I'm talking about. Because
you drive past Ovi's place and you're like, what is he doing?
I mean, technically, it's the trap that's supposed to provide the suction, and it's the proton pack that spits the stream. But you know what? It's fine. I can totally make that work. It's not a big deal. But power washing is awesome.
You had quite the party, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it was. It was really great.
Quite the time.
I understand now why people just buy crap like that. Because when I was doing it, I was just like, I need this.
Well, it's more powerful than you've ever had before.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see, someone texted in and says it doesn't hurt paint until it's over 1,200 PSI. Well, and the pressure is usually adjustable on it, so you can use it for your car.
Okay. All right. Well, it seemed reasonable. Here's one. Look at that. This one, 2.4 gallons per minute. But this says only 100 PSI. For $400, it's got to be better than that. You need more than that. I need power, guys. Here we go. 2,030 PSI. Oh, yes. Now we're getting somewhere.
The Riot's motto, Carpe Cupcake. Those are words to live by. Radio U.
Nikki, you're already sitting down, so I might need you to lay down.
Or that, or you want me to stand up and then sit back down? Do you want me to be dramatic?
Okay, you laugh now.
But I haven't heard the story.
But when I tell you what I'm about to tell you,
yeah,
you're going to need a fainting couch. You're going to swoon.
So what is it?
Okay, Oreo.
Yeah.
We have Oreo flavors we haven't even tested yet. They're just sitting in the studio.
We tried the Oreo apple pies.
Yeah, but we have pumpkin pie Oreo in here, which we think that maybe we've never had.
I can't
pumpkin
recall.
Spice Oreo, but not pumpkin pie Oreo.
That one's new.
Yeah, well, Oreo just made an announcement about a limited edition run that is going to be on store shelves today.
What is it?
The Nikki cookie.
Is it Cookie Crisp?
Also known as Cookie Butter Oreos. Told you! I told you!
I need a smelling salts or whatever they do when you're about ready to pass out.
I told you!
I love cookie butter.
I know!
I mean, I love all types of cookie butter.
Cookie Butter Oreos.
Where are those at? And today?
It says they're out today.
I'm not ready yet.
I
have other Oreo flavors. So
They say, and again, like, this is the hard time. Like, the hard thing is some people say they're exclusive, some people say they're not. This says they'll be available at Target.
Target? We were just there.
We were just at Target.
Come on.
We got to go back.
Can I get confirmation? Does anybody work at Target or have a family member? Like when you're online and you share the post to get people. Can someone share this comment, please?
Cookie Butter Oreos.
I love cookie butter.
It says they should be on Target store shelves today.
Are there details as to what type of cookie is it? Is it the vanilla one? If it's the vanilla one, I can't do it. I love it. I love it too much.
Okay.
Or is it the chocolate cookie?
Like, the photo that I'm looking at is not good enough. Let me see if I can do better on this one. NBC 5 New York. No, it's NBC 4 New York. They don't even have...
Cookie butter Oreos.
They're slowly loading.
Oh, it's the vanilla cookie.
This says graham.
It's a graham cracker one?
I believe it's the graham cookie with... Because, I mean, Nikki, I don't think you could handle it.
Graham-flavored cookie with cookie butter-flavored cream. Well...
The only thing that concerns me is I keep seeing different...
covers for it?
Yes.
Yes, it does look odd.
I don't know. But, okay, the Today Show, that seems to be a fairly reasonable source. They're also reporting that they'll be out today.
Well, if anybody notices them, please let me know. I love cookie butter.
Real talk. If you guys see them today, you have to let us know.
Okay.
Text us at 877-2-RADIO-U. Email us riot@radiou.com.
I love the Biscoff cookie spread. I love the Trader Joe's. Like. The Trader Joe's cookie spread is really good, too.
Man, that Biscoff stuff, you don't even want to mess with that because once you start, you can't stop.
I know there's a meth problem throughout our country, but I feel like there's also a potential cookie butter problem, and that's what I have.
Well, Nikki's onto something because for
delicious.
real,
I can't wait.
Cookie butter or oh my gosh.
What are we doing tomorrow? I'm still clapping.
Keep clapping. We're supposed to do a pumpkin
No.
That's it, huh?
That we're doing first.
Forget about it.
That we must try first.
Okay. Well, you know what? You're the boss of me, so what we
go.
We just need to go looking for them,
yes,
okay?
we do.
We do. So what do you say after the show? We just drive around till we find them.
Sounds good. Which we just did, but we'll do it again.
Do it again!
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go! It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Now, look, if you ever enter into any kind of couples therapy and or you just read a book about how to have a better relationship, you're going to learn something. Okay, you're going to learn about something they call fighting fair. Basically, all relationships contain conflict, and what you want to do is you want to learn conflict resolution skills that enable you to work through that conflict without jumping from the point of conflict to the person.
Sure.
Because that's what happens a lot of times. You guys are disagreeing about something, and it jumps from the thing to the person, and then it becomes damaging. So here's a couple things. You want to start by asking yourself, what's bothering me here? You want to know your goals before you begin. You want to remember the idea is not to win, but to come to a mutually satisfying solution to the problem. You want to state the problem clearly. And we could go on and on and on. But what I want to do is go ahead and skip ahead to some of the do not do's.
Sure.
Okay. And I feel the best way for us to jump into the improper ways to manage conflict is to have an example
of conflict.
Right. So I want to set the example here of Leslie. Leslie is getting a divorce from her husband, and her husband was forced to leave the house while she was gathering some of her things out of the house.
That happens. If you break up with someone, you don't want the other person there.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I threw all your sweatshirts out on the lawn because they sucked anyway.
You just want to do this on your own.
Mm-hmm. And so Leslie was there. And then when her husband came back, she was like, okay. It looks like there's poop on my toothbrush, okay?
What? The guy said that?
Yeah.
She did that?
Yeah. She did. So they went ahead and here's what's really great about it is that the police took Leslie's DNA sample and they also took the toothbrush. And so they're going to match the toothbrush to her DNA sample. And if it's a match,
then she's really in trouble. I didn't know if they had a dog or something.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, on some level, for some reason, he knows.
Yeah, he knows that she did something.
So maybe they don't have a dog or a cat.
So gross. I don't think I could ever do that. Something snapped.
You haven't been angry enough yet.
Apparently not. I mean, I didn't know there's other levels.
Are you telling me?
I've never been that angry.
There is nobody in your life that you wouldn't be like, you know what? If I could, I would totally smear this all over their toothbrush.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. You'd have Eric do it. Eric, could you come in here?
That's embarrassing. No way. I don't think so at all. That is so bad.
Did you take this toothbrush down to the porta potty and swish it around a little bit?
She must feel very upset.
Well, I feel
very
like
slighted.
This is why I feel like we need to talk about it, because if she and her husband both, like if they had some proper training in how to fight fair and keeping the conflict on the item and not, between the two of them.
Sure.
Because then it leads to getting other things on items.
The problem is, this worries me the most, is we've had so many stories of roommates where roommates are doing this to each other, like weird things and even weirder than what we just described.
Yes.
And there's no conflict. It's just that person is off with some of it.
Yeah.
And that's what they're choosing to do. And they don't know until one day they see the toothbrush is just put the wrong way in the cup.
I didn't put my toothbrush
back that way. And then they set a camera up and then they find out. And they had no problems with each other.
Yeah.
So it just worries me.
I could tell you some stories. Not that I've done, but I used to observe other people doing things that were...
Like in the fountain?
I mean, like...
In the elevator?
How bad do you think? Like, I knew a guy that he used to take his pants off and rub his butt all over his roommate's pillow. Like, is that as bad?
I don't know. It's like, why are you doing that?
I know. You hate the Riot. Why are they on the radio?
Stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, we can't trust them with anything else. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Remember, I don't know, was it 2 weeks, 2 months, however long ago, when Crayola was like, hey, guys, we're totally coming up with a new color?
Well, they took one away, I thought, and then put a new one in.
Isn't that just like them? Take it away.
Take away a color they felt was not as important, and then replacing it with a new hot color.
A new blue color, so it's a cool color, actually.
So which one is it?
I know what you meant. It is a blue. Care to take a stab at what they named it? Have you seen it yet?
Berry blue.
That's very sweet. No, it's blutiful.
Oh, really?
Like beautiful, but it's blue. So it's blutiful.
Someone really got amped up in their meeting that they came up with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they did. So when does blutiful come out?
I don't know.
No details?
I mean, whenever they ship the next round of crayons, I guess.
Bluetober? Is that when we should expect it to be in our store shelves?
You know what? I really don't know when it's coming out, and I really wish I would have anticipated that question and looked it up.
That's fine.
But that is going to be the new color. They've announced it, and a lot of people are angry, saying there are so many words in the English language, and now you picked a word that doesn't exist. And
we're making one.
Children everywhere are going to be confused and failing because of blutiful.
When I was a kid, though, I don't recall learning all the color names. I just used them.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't see color. just grabbed whatever.
I feel that, Nikki.
Yes.
I really do. And I appreciate that.
I just want to let that be known.
That's very modern of you.
Yes.
However, I don't know. Like, I never knew I wasn't good at coloring anyway. I never have been. And like at one point I remember coloring with a friend, and she would take her color or her crayon and she would outline the space that she wanted to color that way, and then she would color it in.
That's what I did. I did that too.
I found that to be an amazing method because it established some boundaries.
Do you know what that method did? Because I used to do that too, and that would win you coloring contests.
Yeah.
That made it a little bit special.
So you're telling me you were getting ahead even then?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't color all the time. I went through that adult coloring book phase for like 2 days, and then I realized my right arm, because of my phone usage and my computer stuff,
it's a lot stronger.
I can't color for very long because it hurts.
It messes up your mouse hand.
It does. It really does. So like I can't do that all the time. But yes, that's my approach and my technique.
The things you learn just when you sit back and listen, right?
Recycling paper is like planting a tree. Recycling the riot is like burning down the rainforest.
We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
So Saturday night was date night. So Eric and Nikki, they headed out on what was sure to be a spectacular evening of food and movies and
I wanted to go
fellowship.
I wanted to go see the Assassin movie, but I did not make it.
Perfect for dates.
I know, doesn't it just seem like a wonderful date night?
American Assassin.
Yeah, I wanted to see that. Which did it do well?
It did.
Okay.
It killed it over the weekend. It made like 60 million. I think American Assassin made like 20.
Sure.
But I don't mean to sound whatever about it, but it didn't look like it cost that much.
I don't know if that will make it back into the possible rotation
35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, maybe I won't see it then.
I can already tell you that it won't, because the next time you go to the movies,
I'll see something else.
No, Mr. Darcy's movie is going to be in theaters.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So, is it fair to ask Eric to take you to see Mr. Darcy in something?
No, it's fine. He doesn't mind.
Okay.
No, but I was going to go see the movie, but we're selling our house. It was like 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and I had to go back to our old house to drop something else off. So we went there just to drop it off, and we were pulling in, and there was this cute little fluffy white cat right in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I was like, "Whoa!"
And you were just like, cute cat, and you drove right on past, so you weren't late for the movie.
That. And I don't know if others can do that, but I was like, well, he was long.
Just to let you know, we can and we do.
Really? I could never.
I drive right past that little cat like, hope somebody finds you, cat. Bye!
Well, he was super fluffy. He had one of those smushy faces, so he was really cute. Mm-hmm. And he was obviously very scared, and you could tell like he was an indoor cat who got out. They just have a look to them, and he was very pretty. And we finally caught him, and we were trying to find who his owners were.
Because see, to me, like when I see a cat,
you're
it's like a
very
bottle.
Allergic.
It's like, hey, there's a bottle of Plague out here. Now it's cute. It's got a smushy face, but I'm going to take it, and once I get it, I'll drink it.
I can't do that. I could not. And I felt bad. I was going to take it to, we have like an emergency 24-hour vet that's nearby.
Okay,
and
like
I assumed it had a chip in it, so I was going to go see if they could read the chip so I can contact the owners.
That kind of dedication, like I seriously.
You would never do that? You wouldn't help the little cat?
No!
Oh my God. I don't know why that's weird. How is that weird?
Okay, pause. I didn't say it was weird.
I feel like you're meaning it's weird.
I'm in awe to a certain extent, because the flip side is, I suppose if I saw a dog, like if I was driving home and I saw a dog and it had a collar, I might be like, okay, that's somebody's dog.
He's lost.
Like, let's get out and see if we can help somebody with their dog. I would do that. But a cat? Don't care.
But it was a fluffy cat, and he had no collar.
I guess the difference is, to me, there are no wild dogs, but cats, oh yeah, they're just roaming the countryside, whatever.
But it was just, you could tell it was not a feral cat.
I get it.
Yes. And so I took it back to my new house where we were at, because we were going to get it some food and then go take it to go see if it had a chip in it. And we contacted an old neighbor and realized it was probably one of theirs, and the cat had gotten out when she was leaving. So then we had to go back, take the cat, and then put it in her house.
And so this is what you did instead of going to the movies.
I could have saw American Assassin. I did not.
This is what you did instead.
That was my date. But I would have felt really bad if we didn't help him.
Animal rescue. I feel like
I need a show. I need a YouTube show.
I feel like that's what it is. Like, It sounds like a reality show. Like, well, we were on our way to the movies, but we stopped. It was 11:03 p.m.
Yeah.
A white cat at the beginning of a neighborhood stopped and saw it. We decided to go to MedVet to get it checked, but we didn't have to. We took it home and fed it, which is something, to me, I'm like, you don't take
he seemed hungry. He had been out since 3, so he had been lost for, he was looking for food.
He had been out since 3.
Yeah, and it was 10 o'clock at night.
Cats
he was hungry.
They're predators. Why?
But he's not. He was a fluffy, smushy face cat, Obi. He's meant to be indoors.
So you just were like, you know what?
He was meant to be there.
Hey, Eric, what do you say we blow off the movies and help this cat?
Well, we did, and we missed the movie, and that's fine.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm totally fine.
Hey, you going to blow off the movies and help this cat? I'll tell you what, I'm going to drop you off. I'm going to go to the movies. I'll come back and get you.
I'll come back and pick you both up.
Because by then, you should have this cat problem solved.
Well, he's home and he's safe and sound.
Well,
all
good
right?
work, Nancy Drew. You did it. The case of the big fluffy cat has been solved.
With the smushy face. He has a little pink tongue that would stick out.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
This is a big butt, like the kind you get from a lot of donuts.